Human trafficking in Vietnam. Nowadays, we refer to modern slavery as human trafficking, and although it sounds very hard to believe, it's estimated that every single country in the world has a form of slavery. Vietnam is only one of them. It is the 8th most populous country in Asia, with about 100 million people living in it. As of 2018, 23.6% of Vietnam lived in poverty, making many individuals vulnerable to slavery. Vietnamese authorities are currently struggling to reduce the slavery problem. However, according to the U.S. Trafficking in Persons TIP report from 2018, Vietnam is a Tier 2 country, which means that Vietnam has not fully met the minimum standards for eliminating human trafficking. However, it is making some efforts for it to end. Vietnam's development is uneven and mostly concentrated in urban areas. The World Bank estimates that more than 65% of the total population lives in rural areas where employment opportunities are difficult to obtain and inequality is still a serious issue, especially for children from marginalized groups. This is concerning because most people fall into slavery out of desperation and lack of opportunities. It might start with a simple debt and end with forced labor that might continue through generations. In Vietnam's cannabis farms, nail shops, and brothels, most Vietnamese children and young people are exploited by cruel criminal gangs. In fact, over 1.75 million Vietnamese children are laborers. The most common forms of slavery in Vietnam are sex trafficking, forced labor, and child labor. Slavery can mostly be seen in Vietnam's agricultural sector. Employing almost 39.4% of the population, it is very common to see exploited families living in cannabis farms, where thousands of people are brutalized by greedy farmers. This makes slaves very economically valuable for farmers, since they get a big profit from forced labor. It is estimated that a big amount of Vietnam's agricultural workforce are slaves, and authorities are barely doing anything to improve the situation. Vietnamese girls are usually trafficked for sex labor and are sexually exploited for years before they get a chance to escape or be rescued. Usually, girls are tricked using social media apps, and before they know it, they end up on the other side of the world. This happened to Cam, a 15-year-old Vietnamese girl who ended up in China just by accepting a friend request on Facebook. Cam was tricked by a boy her age who claimed to love her. Cam met Long on a Facebook where they would talk non-stop for hours. After 5 months of talking, Cam lost contact with Long. Instead, a boy named Bin, who claimed to be Long's brother, messaged Cam through Facebook and asked her to meet up at a local bar for her 16th birthday. Cam accepted this invitation and decided to meet both of the boys. They had a few beers together when Cam suddenly blacked out. When she woke up, she found herself in the back of a van, with no idea where she was headed. She quickly grabbed her phone and called her sister Lee. Cam started screaming at Lee that she had been kidnapped, and soon a man came to snatch her phone. He threatened Cam with a knife and informed her that she was heading to China, where she would be sold into marriage. That was the last thing that Cam's family heard from her. Her mom hasn't stopped the search for her, making her search parties considering that the authorities refuse to help her. Her story is only one of many, which highly worries desperate parents. Although this issue has become a concern for authorities, its scale and nature are still unknown. The Vietnamese government actualized a few national plans of actions. These strategies detail the public's authority arrangements and law to battle slavery by prevention and victim support. The 2011 to 2015 NPA concentrated more on stopping trafficking people in general rather than the past NPA dealing from 2004 to 2010, which focused mainly on women and children. In any case, this is insufficient for Vietnamese people's safety, and its effectiveness is weak. The 2016 to 2018 NPA made attempts to sanction all types of trafficking, adding no penal code amendments. However, there are yet numerous zones to be improved before Vietnam satisfies the base guidelines. This is why the Anti-Slavery International Organization is cooperating with SCCS UK and Pacific Links Foundation to understand more comprehensively the trafficking strategies used to exploit vulnerable Vietnamese children and responses to them. Pacific Links Foundation, SCCS UK, and Anti-Slavery International are running missions around Vietnam featuring the dangers of accepting employment in Britain that might endanger them. They do this as a structure to educate on prevention. Pacific Link Foundation is likewise giving professional preparation in occupation positions to youthful Vietnamese individuals to prevent them from looking for occupations abroad. They are also preparing Vietnamese cops to perceive the indications of slavery and attempt to help the victim. All three associations work together with vulnerable kids and youthful grown-ups who were already abused in the UK to treat their mental and physical injuries and remake their lives. What can we do? Slavery continues to be a major problem around the world. Although we might consider ourselves incapable of stopping it, we can always aspire for a change. We contribute to slavery on a daily basis, sometimes even without realizing it. Slavery only exists because of the economic value that it holds. If we as consumers would do more research about who we are buying a product from and who fabricates them, we could easily spot when a product is manufactured by modern slaves. Therefore, we could stop supporting slavery. We can start supporting small businesses that are struggling to get by, rather than big companies that are likely to use child labor. We can report suspicious behaviors to national hotlines, and if possible, we can also donate to NGOs.